Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Bean and welcome to my channel. And today we have some big news regarding the JP slash Korean version of Grand Cross with this dev notes that they did drop. And I know I'm a bit late on this, but I just wanted to think about it really well and then give you my thoughts and opinion. It's probably going to be the same as I haven't seen any other videos. I've just seen the news. But yeah, honestly, I'm actually kind of annoyed. I'm not even like getting around. I'm actually kind of mad because this really screws over not only free-to-play players but also those who are light spenders or whales. It just completely, it's like a slap in the face. But yeah, basically two things. We'll look at the dev notes. So first, this is relevant, but they're changing and buffing Margaret Ludociel and making her basically essentially she is now the best character in the game because her new changes and buffs to her skill or buff card are disgusting, and their ultimate is now even better. And of course, NETMARBLE, they added that scummy. It only becomes super OP at 6 out of 6. So you need to have her maxed out for her ultimate to get that extra effect. Which we'll go over here in a second. But yeah, basically, it's another. Also, by the way, a bit later on, I'll also go into detail about there's going to be another festival right after Margaret. So basically, another AMLE 2.0, basically Assault Mode Meliodas on Global, but 2.0, where they try to drop back-to-back festivals. And yeah, that is already a problem in itself, because unless they change the format for that, if it's another 900 gem banner, that means free-to-play players will not be able to summon, because you know RNG is a thing. So many people on festival banners, they do not get the character until the 900 mark. So if you want a guaranteed shot of getting Margaret and whoever the next Holy War festival is, that's a Holy War festival, by the way, you will need 1800 gems in 1 month. And that's impossible. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's impossible for any free-to-play player. I don't care how efficient you are. Unless you've been saving gems for a while, you cannot get 1800 gems in a month. That is impossible. Although this game does give you a lot of gems, no chance. Maybe you could argue 900, but no, not 1800, 1800. But yeah, basically, let's go over the buffs to Margaret first, which honestly is just disgusting again. Okay. Ludociel, or Margaret, that appeared this time is judged to be in a state where the effect and the reasoning as to why they buffed it is actually kind of hilarious, in a bad way, that is, where the effect and utilization of skill is not comparable to the level of other festival characters. Unlike the intention from the players, we received the opinion that the performance is inferior to previous festivals. Regarding this point, we have decided that the situation is not meeting the expectations of the players who have been looking forward to the appearance of Margaret and the players who have already acquired it. After the appearance of the new characters, I sometimes adjusted the character stats and skills values to adjust the balance. It was the first time to change the character's specifications during the period when the character gacha was being carried out. So yeah, they buffed this, and it's going to be active, and her badge is still out. So she's not even gone yet, and they already buffed her. And the character skill we discussed carefully because the change in the game may cause confusion from players. So basically, this is what's really funny to me. The reasoning that they said that they buffed Margaret is because she did not. Basically, they're saying that she sucked. And, well, that's what the player base thought, that she sucked and there was no hype. And she wasn't even good to begin with. So many people, I'm assuming, weren't summoning. They weren't getting her. And they didn't care for her. So that's why they buffed her. And this is what really kind of gets me going. It makes me a bit mad. Is inferior to previous festival characters. So basically, they're saying since she is a festival, she's supposed to be one of the best game units in the game, which makes sense. It's a festival unit. But that brings two characters to mind, which they did not offer this VIP treatment for. First one, recent one, Festival Zeldris. I'm sorry, he's mid. If you like him, that's good, but he's actually probably one of the worst festivals. He's mid. I'm sorry. And they didn't do anything to buff him. Like, come on, like he was a hyped character. I would say even more so than Margaret. And although players said he's not that good, they didn't change him. They just left him as is. Like, okay, here you go. And then another character is probably Festival King, but you can argue that he was an absolute god on release because the King team on JP and Korean version actually was alive for like about a month or so, even more. But on global, it was only alive for like 2 weeks. After that, it was gone because I believe a meta breaking character released soon after. I forgot who it was, but basically made the King team irrelevant. And yeah, they didn't buff King. I mean, they tried to buff him indirectly with like units like the new Elaine, and then also the Winged Elaine, and also Hawk and Oslo. But they both failed. They flopped. He's still trash. I'm sorry. King, he's still a really good festival, like his kit, but his team or just his usage in PvP is non-existent. He's not good. And they didn't buff him. But now they're saying just because they're a festival character, you are going to get buffed. So you get a buff, you get a buff, you get a buff. Everyone except all the other festivals, but okay. So this is they changed her buff card, and and her ultimate as well. That's another thing. Again, they added the 6 out of 6 thing, the scummy thing. So here we go. I have images here for translated versions. So her first card, which is the Breath of Blessing, the buff card, at rank 1, skill 1, this is rank 1, or yeah, rank 1, rank 2, rank 3. So silver, or bronze, silver, and gold. Before, increases damage dealt by all allies to dominant attribute by 30% for 2 turns, and reduces damage received from inferior attribute by 20%. And this thing applies, like the wording applies for all of them, just the percentages increase. So what did they do? They added a cleanse to it. So honestly, that was already OP because you can cleanse debuffs. And then on top of that, they changed the wording, which completely makes this card probably one of the... Already, the card was insane. You take less damage and you do more damage to type disadvantage, and you take less damage to type disadvantage. But now they said, no, none of that. The card was already good. We're going to make her even better. Again, we're going to make her the best unit in the game. If you have her, you will dominate, because this is honestly disgusting. Now, it increases damage to enemies by 30% and reduces damage taken by 20%. So some of you might be saying, like, what do you mean? It's the same thing. No, it's not. Now they made it so it does not matter if before you only did the extra damage if it was type advantage, and you only took less damage if it was type disadvantage. So for her, she's blue. If you attacked into red, you would do an extra 30%, but you wouldn't do the extra damage to like green, type disadvantage. And the same thing applies for type disadvantage. If someone attacked you and they were red, you would take 20% less damage. But if someone attacked you and they're green, you'll still take the same damage because of the type disadvantage. But now they changed it so it's just across the board. It does not matter who attacks you, what color they are, red, green, or blue. You're still gonna take the multipliers, which just is disgusting. And at rank 3, this card, a gold card, it's just broken. It's probably, no, without a doubt, one of the best cards in the game now. It still has a cleanse. Before, it was for 3 turns. After all allies have their base stat increased by 20%, so increases basic stats at rank 2 and rank 3. No, my bad. It only did it at rank 3. At rank 2, it just increased the multipliers. But at rank 3 now, you still increase your basic stats by 20% for 3 turns, so that's the same. You still get the cleanse across all the board. They're all getting cleanses now. However, you increase the damage you take to enemies by 50%. Again, it does not matter. It's just across the board. And then reduces damage received by 40%. So they literally just kept the same multipliers, but just changed the wording. So, honestly, if you pop a level 3 of her with this, her buff card, you're basically a god for 3 turns. Because not only are you going to increase your basic stats by 20%, you're going to cleanse all debuffs, and you're also going to take 50%. You're going to do more damage, 50% extra damage, and you're going to take 40% less damage, which is honestly just disgusting. That in itself is already just like, what are you doing? It's broken. Before, I said it, I think once or twice when I made videos covering her. That card was already probably one of the best cards in the game, but now they just went above and beyond for no reason and just made it the best card in the game, probably. Level 3, that is. Just overall, this card's disgusting. And her ultimate, they buffed her ultimate as well. And again, you know Purgatory Bond, how he has that rupture effect only at 6 out of 6. So unless you max him out, you won't take advantage of it. Yeah, they said, why not do it again? And give this to Ludocio or Margaret. So before, I believe this is 6 out of 6. Inflicts 945% of attack. Yeah, it's at max. Inflicts 945% of attack cut damage, which is damage to a single enemy. It is, I believe cut here is crit chance increased by, it's so sever. It's sever. And now they made it so inflicts 945% of attack sever damage to a single enemy. That's the same. But now, after blocking the skill effects of all enemies, including special moves or ultimates for 2 turns, and they also reduce the damage dealt by special moves by 30%, excluding posture skills and recovery skills, so excluding stand skills and recovery skills, and it still has the crit chance, the sever. So, what is this? So they're saying you'll still have the same damage and the same crit chance, but now, even though it's single target, you will still decrease all of the enemy's skills or skill effects, and then also including special move effects. So let's say you ult a Bond, he won't be able to activate his rupture effect because it'll be blocked, and then it's for 2 turns, and it reduces the damage dealt by special moves or ultimates by 30%. So again, you can only take advantage of this at 6 out of 6, so that's scummy in its own right. And then on top of that, this effect is broken. Like, it completely counters and really hinders anyone that ults, which is just disgusting. But this is for her ultimate. There you go. This is only if you have her 6 out of 6, you have to worry about it. I mean, not really, because if you face someone that's 6 out of 6 and you get ulted, you're going to have a very great disadvantage, which is honestly unfortunate. And if you go here to Grand Cross database, shout out to them. A link in the description for the website. They've already updated it to, so it updated it to the correct translation. So if you want to see that, like in this format, the link is in the description. Same thing with the ultimate. See, look, blocks all skill effects, including those of ultimate moves, and decreases ultimate move damage by 30% for 2 turns. Oh my god. And her buff card, the same thing. Removes debuffs from all allies, increases the basic stats of all allies by 20% for 3 turns, increases damage dealt to enemies by 50%, and decreases damage taken from enemies by 40% for 3 turns. That is just, bro, this is without a doubt probably the best card in the game, in my opinion. Alright. But there is that. That's what they did to Margaret. And that's not even the worst thing. The worst thing, as I said, is the beginning, is that they just straight up told us that for JP and Korean version, and this means to say, unless they change it, the same thing will happen in global. They're giving us another festival right after Margaret. So let's take a quick look at this. Finally, I would like to tell you about the global 1.5 anniversary festival gacha. Okay, let's see. The character gacha that appeared on the occasion of the 1.5 anniversary of the global version was prepared in a form of confrontation between the 2 powers according to the name, Holy War Festival. Okay, in the first Holy War Festival, the main characters of the Goddess Tribe, Light, will appear as festival characters, and in the second Holy War Festival, the main characters of the Demon Tribe, Darkness, will appear as festival characters, and each power will form a meta and plan to use it. I did. Basically, what they're saying there, they just confirmed that from the rip, they planned on it. They're gonna do back-to-back festivals so Light and Dark. So regular festival, so the regular festivals we have, so like Lost Fane, the One, Escanor, King, Liz, those are regular festival units, and then Holy War festival units. So Darkness, which is Margaret, AMLE, Festival Zeldris. There you go. So they confirmed that they're gonna do a Light and Dark, so the regular festival, and then Holy War. However, as I mentioned above, there is a relative lack of utilization of the new festival character Margaret Ludociel, which is different from what we were expecting in the internal test. It will be changed according to the concept. We are planning to make sure the Genie festival characters that will appear in the second installment will also be able to play an active role in line with this. This is where it gets confirmed. A new festival character, another festival, so unless they change it again, that's another 900 gem banner that you will need to summon on if you want the character, because again, RNG is a thing, and for many people, they get super shafted, me included, and don't pull the main featured unit until 900 guaranteed pity. So, ideally, if it's a back-to-back festival, which is going to be, and if it's both 900 gems, a player will need 1800 gems guaranteed saved up or have them ready by the time the banner leaves to summon on both. So, again, impossible. Literally not possible for a free-to-play player to summon. And it completely screws over light spenders and whales again. Because although they are spenders, they're going to have to spend even more to get these characters. But on the maintenance on August 12th, Thursday, when the second Holy War Festival starts and can be acquired at the Global Anniversary 1.5 Holy War Festival Dark Counterattack Festival Gacha increase. So they just confirmed it on August 12th on JP/Korean version. They are getting the part 2 for the festival. It's going to be a Holy War festival, or a Darkness festival, I guess you can call it. Due to internal policy of the operation, the appearance of the character will be finalized after making changes and adjustments before the appearance, so the update schedule of the character was not disclosed in advance. Okay, sure. I'm pretty sure you already knew people were going to get mad, as they already are, as they should be. However, this time, a gacha that is different from the conventional appearance pattern that players are familiar with will appear, so we decided that the advanced guidance is necessary and announced it in the developer note. We will inform you about the details of the second festival character of the Holy War Festival before the update. This time, inconvenience to everyone, the players that was inconvenienced. We deeply apologize for the inconvenience. There are still many parts that are missing, but I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to the players who still continue to support me. We will continue to do our best and make constant efforts until the day when all players are satisfied. At this rate, you're not satisfying anyone. It's more dissatisfied. Dissatisfied. But there you go. Basically, that's it. We're getting back-to-back festivals. So a Holy War festival, next one. And a Darkness theme, they call it. And again, you need 1800 gems unless they change it. I really hope it's going to be like they'll never do this, but imagine they made it a step-up banner. Or a 600 gem banner, but still, that's still, what is that? 1500 gems that someone would need. Yeah, it's 1500 gems versus 1800, but that's still a lot. And again, the buffs that they made to Margaret or Rhodosia, which is disgusting. This is a more cleaner version if you want to see or look at it yourself. Grand Cross database has updated, so thanks to them. The link to the website will be in the description if you want to check this out yourselves. Besides that, this is irrelevant. I believe this is just they're making Knighthood or Guild Wars available to all players. But that's irrelevant because the other news completely stomps on the Knighthood or Guild Wars being available to everyone. But yeah, that's basically what I think. I mean, I think if they do this, I mean, already on the Korean and the Korean forums, I think also the JP forums, people are absolutely, they're mad. Yeah, they're fuming, which rightfully so, because back-to-back festivals, and not only, again, they really buffed Ludo or Margaret and made her the best character in the game, without a doubt, if not one of the best. If she's not the best, you could argue which one's the best. But without a doubt, she's easily like top 2 units right now with the new buffs. Her ultimate's insane at 6 out of 6. Her buff card is absolutely disgusting. That's her ult. Her buff card is disgusting, as you can see here. Literally increases damage across the board, decreases damage across the board, and not only is it has a cleanse as well, and the basic stats is the same, but that's still pretty bad or disgusting. And then her ultimate is just that extra effect is not needed, and it's also really us coming from them again that it's the same as Purgatory Bonds, where it is only available at 6 out of 6. So unless you whale out for her or get super lucky on the banner, you won't be able to take advantage of it. But yeah, that's basically it. I mean, I guess closing remarks, I'd say if NETMARBLE keeps this up, if they ever, I mean, by the looks of it, unless they're like a major backlash as there was for the AMLE banner on, or the boycott, I guess, on the JP, or I mean the global version, they're probably going to release this anyways. Hopefully they do change the format for the banner, or I mean, like, hopefully it's not a 900 gem banner, because if it is, I'm pretty sure that's slowly going to finish off, and they're slowly going to finish off their own game, and it's not going to last that much if they keep this up, because back-to-back festivals, again, 1800 gems, no free-to-play player, which is the majority of the player base, let's be honest. Probably I'd say maybe to 80%, maybe even 90. I don't know. I could be wrong because I don't have the exact stats. I don't think anyone but NETMARBLE does. But a good portion of the player base has to be free to play, and they won't be able to summon on both of them again. 1800 gems, impossible. No way. I don't care how good of a free to play player you are, unless you've been saving for a while and you have those gems ready, you are not going to be able to summon on both banners. The buff is honestly, the reason why they buffed them as well kind of, again, really annoys me. Just because they said that the character was a festival unit and they were really bad or mid, and that's why they did it, because people weren't happy with them. Then again, why didn't you buff Festival King? Like, buff his cards dramatically as you did with Margaret, or Festival Zeldris for that matter. Yeah, they're just giving special treatment to Margaret, and yeah, it's just really, really annoying. Again, I'm kind of, nah, I'm a bit mad at this. I'm not even gonna lie. And the back-to-back festival thing, actually, really, yeah, it just, I'm mad about that as well. You have to summon. That's two. Margaret is probably, yeah. If you don't have her, you're gonna have to summon for her now, if you want to have a chance to be able to like to compete in PvP, because she's broken. And then watch the next festival that they drop in like a week on JP and Korean version be broken, even more broken than that, and yeah, you'll have to go to 900, the pity, unless you get super lucky and pull her before or them. I don't know what character it is. We'll find out by then. But that's basically it. I just wanted to give my thoughts. If NetMarble keeps this up, I think the game, although it's a really, I like the game a lot. They'll probably finish off their own game, and it probably might not even last all the way till the last chapter, Ragnarok, because they said they had it planned for 2 years. It doesn't matter if you have all that content planned out in advance and like you're already planning it and you already have it in development and whatnot. You're working on it. If no one plays the game because everyone leaves because you're doing these scummy practices, no one's gonna play. No one's gonna play the game. You're not gonna make any money. And yeah, if a gacha game doesn't make any money, then the game's dead. But yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. I think it was a bit of a long one, but I just wanted to get my opinion out there, my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'm actually really curious. If you're new though, also consider subscribing to the channel. We're on the road to 2K subs, and consider leaving a like if you did enjoy this video, and it really does help me out a ton. Yeah, that's been it for me today, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.